Hey guys, Gameboy3800 here once again, and today I have my Alienware m17x review unit. And today we're going to be replacing the processor it's got. Oh, okay. Taking out the battery because safety. Oh, that really doesn't want to come out. Okay. I always hate these slide button things. It's really hard to get them to work. Okay, so that's done now. And before I take this whole thing apart, I'm going to go ahead and replace the bad memory card that it's got. Because it should have 3, but it's only recognizing 2. So this is the bad card. Let's go ahead and pop it out. And in goes the original 1 gig card that it came with. Alright, that's done. This is the white label WD drive I showed you once before. It's the original drive, I think, to Project, I want to say Project Puny, or Project Ember, whatever. But there we go. It's now safe to open up. And what I'm going to do is let's remove the mouse pad since it's not going to be upside down anymore today. Have it facing this way. And start by removing the keyboard. I don't believe it needs any screws, just needs to have these little push pin button things popped out. There's like 4 or 5. And this is going to be awkward to get at. So you're going to see nothing for a little bit here. I apologize. Alright, I got it. Keyboard away. And yeah, this is the non-Alien Effects enabled keyboard. It does seem like a new keyboard there, so that's a plus. I'm going to go ahead and unlatch it here. It's never easy to get you a good angle and get the parts out at the same time, is it? Don't want to rip it out. That's just going to lead to way more issues than needed or intended. There we go, I got it after some close inspection. And yeah, it does seem like a brand new keyboard. Looks very clean and everything on the bottom. Not like something that would be on this thing for years. Okay, so I need to get rid of the power bar thing now. Not entirely sure how to do that, but I guess the only way to do it is to, of course, take out some screws. So, the thing here is coming back. Let's remove the graphics card panels and move the keyboard here. That took quite the effort to get off there. That's for that. not sure if this screw here will have any effect on it. Sorry about the extra light. Use it to get a good view of the keyboard. Magnetic screwdriver to the rescue. Looks like that was the thing that we needed. And I put the screws for the graphics cards on their thing. Oh, come on. Yay, magnets. Okay. I don't think this screw here will have any effect, but it's not going to hurt to take it out and check. And yeah, it's going to have no effect, I can already tell. Let's tighten it back up before we end up losing it. I don't think there's going to be anything under the nameplate here. But it, of course, does not hurt to check and find out. Alright, let's get this off safely. Yeah, no screws. Okay. Let's put that back on right quick. And unless there's... No, there's no way. I was going to say, unless there's a thing... like under the graphics cards in order to take off that top power bar, then a thing. But then I remembered that these two cards came out of the system that already had the keyboard and the top power bar completely removed. So that, of course, already answers my question. White balance seems off on the camera. Let's fix that. I don't know why it was looking all weird like that. Come on. Very odd. Whatever. Alright. Hopefully that's somewhat better. Let's see if we can remove the top panel now that we remove these two super long screws here. Yeah, there we go. Lifted one side up. I don't know how I'd get to this. Like, obviously I lifted up this one side way over here, but what else is needed? I don't want to break anything. It's not lifting up. Alright, now we're able to lift it up a little bit more. Let's see if that's freed it up at all. The answer seems like it's going to be no. Well, might as well unscrew the shielding here, since that's what we can get to right now. And then I do have to get that piece off. Maybe I'll get the parts unit back and see how that looks. See if there's any extra screw holes that I may have missed. Yeah, and oh, hey, that does have the AverMedia thing as well. Can't recall if I remember having that, but whatever. That was slightly scary. Didn't want to lose anything through the holes. Have it go into the system to be never seen again. It seems like it may have done half the thing. I'm going to go check the parts unit though. I'll be right back. Alright, I've swapped over to mains power now. And I found out that I just need some clips here to be undone here. Hopefully that's all that's needed. Hey, there we go. Just have to undo this piece back here. Easier said than done. I'll be right back with you. Alright, I got it after awkwardly poking at the back end with the screwdriver here. Now, alright. Here's a big old plastic piece here that is blocking the CPU area. Amazing. That must be why it's always so hot. Thank you, Alienware. You make really good design choices. Or, I'm sorry, made really good design choices. And actually, no you didn't. That's sarcasm. But okay. How is this cable here undone? Screwdriver pieces from the side. Yeah. Okay. Power bar is off. Didn't want to take it off because it's going to be annoying to get back on, but it must be done in order to do a thing. Okay. That came off with minimal hassle, which is of course wanted and needed. I'm going to store the screws for the fan here in a safe place, not lose them. Alright, so that's for the fan. Now we can get to removing the processor heatsink. I'm also going to replace the thermal compound on the heat spreader here with some Arctic silver. And here we are, final screw. Final screw dove into the casing here, but that's okay, I have a magnet. Alright, now let's go ahead and get the fan connector undone here. There we go, no issues there. Here's the small screwdriver to help lift it up. Alright, it's off the processor. I did take out the screw, right? Yeah, there's nothing in there. It's being a pain to get out, I guess. Maybe there's something under the small speaker here. Let's take a look. It's going to be hard to get back in there, but it'll be worth it if that's what's keeping the heatsink in place under there. Damaging the speaker is, of course, not wanted. So avoiding that at all costs is, of course, priority. There we are. And now I see why it's stuck there. There's some glue or something holding it here. I'll show you. Underneath here, there's some glue right there. I don't know where it's from or how it got there. But let's see if it's just simply wiggling it about can get it undone. Gotta be careful here. Alright, it's about to come out. And there we go. It's already got new thermal paste on it, actually. But yep, I have no idea why there's glue there. Maybe it already had a power jack replacement in the past, and that's just what they used, but yep. That's the Core 2 T8100. About to be replaced with the X9000. And then hey, I can overclock this. So hooray for minimized bottlenecks. There's still probably going to be some because, well, it's just how the system is. Core 2 Duo. And there we go. It's in there nice and easily. Okay, I am going to get all that thermal paste off and have it off of the processor there as well. That could take some time, so I'll see you once that's all done. Alright, heatsink is nice and cleaned off, nice and shiny. Time for the processor. Alright, that's all cleaned up now. Alright, processor is cleaned off now. I have the Arctic Silver here. I'm going to go ahead and put that on now. I am doing a little bit more than usual because of the Extreme Edition. But it shouldn't affect anything too badly. Alright, so that's that. Let's get this on. It might be a slight issue getting it back in there, but, you know, it's what I expect. Bend that up. I should bend that up. Maybe hold it for a few seconds. There we go. Alright, that's it. Just screw the things back in one at a time. Oh, that's nowhere near it. Amazing. Thankfully, magnets. Let's see. I apologize, but you're not going to be able to see this yet. I have to get a good angle to get the first screw or two in. And magnets would really help with this screwdriver here. There we are. That's one. I'm not going to screw it down all the way. I have no idea what the dogs are barking at, but they were just let out. Alright, that's that one. Probably barking at like which one gets the first bowl of food or something. So ignore them. Alright, last screw going in. And there we are. They're all screwed in. They're not all tightened down yet, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to start with the one in the top left corner here. Then work our way around. That one's tight. That one's tight. That one's tight. And now that one's tight. Okay. Just have to get the fan plugged back in. The speaker is screwed back down since I unplugged that, or unscrewed that to get to the thing. Thankfully it doesn't look hard to do. Alright, I was worried about that screw being really annoying. And I was able to get it in first try, so that's good. Ooh, okay. Guess it's time to start putting everything back together. Okay, right. Fan. Had to screw down the fan. I legit 100% forgot about it. And now I've lost the screw. I'm so good at this. You'd think after taking literally hundreds of computers apart, at this point I would remember screws, but nope. Excuse me while I find the lost one. Alright, I found it. It wasn't too hard to find actually. It's not hard to screw back in either. All is good. Now it's time for the shielding here. It needs, I think, at least one too many screws to do. It takes quite a bit. Almost dragged another screw off to oblivion. Almost. Keywords being almost. Alright. That's in place. That's one screw down. That's that one. Almost lost another, but didn't, so I'm good. Alright, that's that one. And there we go, that's that. Now it's time for the power bar. Which will be marginally annoying to get back in. I'll get right back to you as soon as I get it in. Alright, it took a lot longer than it should have. I needed to use some pliers to get a good grip on it. But that should be it. As soon as I line it up and press the clips back down into place, it'll be a thing. It'll be official. Okay, that's that. Right, the biggest issue will be snapping it back in, but that's what these long screws are for. Okay. Just have to plug the keyboard back in, and we should be good to go. Keyboards, I find, are somewhat easier. Nonetheless, I'll get right back to you. Alright, there we go. Took some careful aiming, but I got it. I love keyboards that need no screws to get in. There we go. Keyboard's in. Now I just have to... Alright, everything's already snapped back together. I didn't think they were. So that leaves only the screws here and the GPU cover to go back on. I forget why I took off the GPU cover. Never mind. I think I was looking for a screw that didn't exist. Alright, now assuming I put everything back together not horribly, I should be able to just power this right back up. It'll instantly recognize the Core 2 Extreme, and I can get to overclocking. As soon as the thermal paste sets, that's going to be the first thing. So maybe after a couple days. Alright, put the battery back in. There we go. Okay, I'll be right back with you after, well, I plug it up. Yep. Alright, right here, you can see the tripod power up. There we go. No beep codes. Throw ourselves into the BIOS. Core X9000. There we go. Alright, that was successful. And that's going to do it for this video. This computer is now essentially what Project Orion would have become. Don't worry, I'll see if I can ever get around to actually doing Project Orion, but for now, this is Project Orion as it stands. Which is also the review unit now, so I guess I'm reviewing Project Orion. Oh well. Anyways, if you enjoyed replacing the CPU in an Alienware Area-51 M17x, then please go ahead and leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe for more. Thanks, Game Way Out. I will see you in the future.